Barbara. Busy day ahead. I'll tell you all about it. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for my second cup of coffee. Dennis brought me a cup in bed, but it didn't have cream in it, so I'm enjoying this one more. Although, having it brought to you in bed makes it more delicious, so maybe they're even. So a big day today. Aura has two cousins that get together once a month or every 6 weeks or so. They call themselves the Unholy Trinity. The Unholy Trinity will be here today for lunch. And Russ and Pat will be here too, because Russell is Aura's brother, so they're his cousins too. And so we'll have the Duplers in residence today for lunch. Pat and Russ are gonna bring some hoagies / subs, whatever you want to call them. And Dennis made cream of broccoli soup and cheesecake. So they will have a lovely lunch. Ora's like, but I can't eat that. I'm like, well, you can eat the insides of the sub. You just don't eat the bread. But that was nice of Russ and Pat to offer that, and so we said sure, that'd be great. Dennis made a very delicious cream of broccoli soup for everyone too. So it'll be a nice lunch, and they'll all sit around and talk. And we do want to front load all the visits to as close to the cleaning day as possible, because the house is still clean. You know, gotta do what you can do. So we moved the dog car into the yard so that when the driveway's all parked up, we can still get out and take the dogs for a walk. Leave the Trinity plus two to themselves. So I had a much less stressful, about 4 to 6 hours yesterday, because we ended up calling the vet because we had taken the girls off of their antibiotic, dioxazine, something like that, because it was too harsh on their stomach. And so, I mean, these, they have this tick-borne disease that, for all we know, it isn't even causing Pearl's limp, so they have no symptoms or anything, but we find out they have this tick-borne disease. Then we give them the medication, and then they're sick as all get out for a week. So we ended up calling the vet last week, and she said, well, stop the doxycycline for 24 hours and then do a half dose, see if you can get their stomach settled. But it took longer than 24 hours. We didn't go back on the medicine. I mean, the dogs won't even take pieces of cheese from us now. They so distrust us. I mean, Maze wouldn't take her regular treat from Dennis when he was standing in the kitchen. I'm not taking that. It's going to make me sick. So anyway, we called the vet yesterday, and told her that, we hadn't restarted the medication, and they were just getting to the point where they're eating their normal meal again. So she said, well, I'm going to put them on amoxicillin. Give them a few more days to clear out and get settled and eat and such. And so we're planning on starting amoxicillin for them on Monday. Laura and I go right past our vet to go to physical therapy for her. So I'll pick them up on tomorrow when we go to physical therapy and have them ready for Monday, and see how that goes. So that was a big relief to me, and really did help my stress level. And it wasn't until 8 or 9 o'clock that night when the dogs both started coughing. It wasn't exactly a cough. I mean, I didn't recognize it as a cough. It was like trying to clear their lungs, like they had breathed in a little fur, or it was really, it wasn't well, it wasn't a cough one. Anyway, we think they have kennel cough, that they got it from the kennel on Monday afternoon while they were there for camp while the house was being cleaned. The only dog I've ever heard cough with kennel cough was a tiny little Pomeranian puppy, and it kind of coughed. These girls were more like, I don't know. Anyway, we're pretty sure they have kennel cough. So, gonna have to, when I stop by the vet tomorrow, I'll tell her I think they have kennel cough. They actually aren't doing too much today since they got up. You know, between the two of them, and everything else, I didn't sleep well last night, and so, you know, one would cough, and the other would cough, and the other would cough, and of course they sleep with us, so. Anyway, one thing after another. But we are very prepared for the Unholy Trinity, and Aura will love having them, and I haven't seen Sarah Ann for maybe a year, maybe 2. And Mary Grace I haven't seen for quite a few years. Sarah Ann is sort of the one in the family. She has the family picnic and everybody goes to. But when we go, I don't know who. I only recognize 5 people there, and there are 60 people. And Aura doesn't know who they are either. When I ask her, she says, I don't know. You know, so. But I met Mary Grace at the picnic many years ago. So we'll reacquaint ourselves today. So that will be fun for Aura and Russ and Pat, because these are their cousins, and so it's nice to get to see them. But, you know. But tonight for dinner we're having leftovers, because we had wings last night and cauliflower casserole. So we have leftover casserole, we have leftover chicken satay, we have leftover crab cakes, we're gonna have leftover soup, and there will be cheesecake, and maybe Pat and I'll make popovers again. So we just have to heat up food, and that will be nice, so we don't have to do any cooking. But Dennis made cheesecake last night and soup, so he was busy all night last night. I worked on my blanket for a while, and then Megan messaged me and said, did you do your 5 rows? I'm like, no. So I did my 5 rows. You want to see my unicorn? And I totally miscalculated how many days it would take. I have less than 25 rows to go on the Intarsia. So there you go. There's the bottom of the unicorn. But it's working out pretty well. So there's the picture. So you can see I have a little bit of the mane, the bottom of the unicorn, a little bit of the mane, and a little bit of his nose, or her nose. So I'm halfway done with the Intarsia. I'm kind of right here. And I just have to do this part, and the eyes are embroidered on afterwards. And once I'm done with the Intarsia, I only have a tiny little bit of the sweater left to go, and then the sleeves. And I decided to just pick up the sleeves and knit them in the round, so that's my plan. As someone pointed out, that might give me a bit of a different gauge, but I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna worry about it. They seem puffy. Well, yeah, I suppose they are a little puffy. They're a little bit straight. We'll see. I'll decide about the sleeves later. But anyway, so I have less than 25 rows to go on the Intarsia. So if I literally do my 5 rows, and I don't know exactly how many rows I did, to be fair. But if I do my 5 rows, then I don't have to do something about that hole. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, some of these holes are just where the thread needs to be pulled. But that one needs to be sewn. It's alright, I can do it. Anyway, I only have 5 days of 5 rows to go before I'm done with the intarsia, so that'll be nice. And I did work on my blanket a little bit. So there. So I don't have any other plans today other than hostessing the Unholy Trinity +2 and watching Project 1. Or I finally got to see a finale on Project 1 Right. For some reason, season 2, they didn't have the finale. So she didn't get to see the shows at Bryant Park. But season 3, she got to see the shows. She thought it was quite interesting. So I forget who's in season 4. We'll find out tonight. Meanwhile, I guess I'm done. I'm gonna go get this up before the company comes, because probably be here in a half an hour. And yeah, Aura's up. She's got her bed made. She's dressed. She's ready. She's ready. I don't know if she's thinking they'll go upstairs or not. Maybe they will. We'll see. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please. And don't worry about the dogs. They haven't actually coughed that much since they woke up. Dennis Googled, you know, kennel cough. And apparently there's not really anything you can do about it except it goes away. Which is a good thing. Please take care of yourselves. Stay safe and stay sane.